We working.
See, y'all already coming for me already. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. They already hating, trying to drop Turf cheated. Mike doubled down before y'all. He was like, Turf didn't cheat.
That's right. Well, welcome everybody.
Y'all
glad to have everybody here.
Right. You mute them lies over there. Them lies. Nah, I don't even want to hear it. Polo,
hashtag Turf cheated.
You ain't know nothing but lying, Polo. You still on mute. That's why you still on mute.
Hey, you're right though. You're right, but I didn't have to say nothing because Cam can talk. Cam can vouch.
Yep.
Cam
hashtag Turf cheated.
Oh man, y'all gonna cheat when you run another competition when I ain't got no lawn.
Come on now. We gonna wait until you get your line all the way right. I'm gonna even send you some of that sneaky green over there. I'm gonna send you some sneaky green to help you out.
Sneaky green.
Yep. So yeah, welcome everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody got me?
Yeah,
all right.
Good.
So welcome to the show. This show is dedicated to you guys. You are GOAT. You are the greatest of all times. You support us and we 100% appreciate it. So we just wanted to kick it with you this evening. We have some of our top supporters on here with us tonight. I'm excited about that. They support most of the lawn tubers. I'm sure you guys have seen them in your lives and, liking your pictures and everything on Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with Mr. Scott O'Hare. Let's bring Scott on with us and chat with him a little bit. Welcome, Scott. How you doing?
Good. How's everybody doing?
What's going on, Scott?
It's like I'm at the Oscars or the Grammys here. This is
awesome. Yes.
Hey, we appreciate that. Scott's definitely been one of my biggest supporters, and I think also one of the biggest supporters of the entire We Working team. So on behalf of us, and I just want to say I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. And Scott, before we get into chatting, let me go ahead and just show your slides here. Had to get your dogs in there, Scott. I see how much you love those dogs. I see them all over Instagram. Your yard is looking fantastic. You have tall fescue, and it looks great. Is it still looking great at the moment?
It is actually, yeah. Just today, vacuumed up all the leaves. So, yep. No, I had a little bit of the fungus got me. It hits every year, but this year it hit hard. It hit hard, and then I kind of misdiagnosed some grub damage out back too. So, but actually too with the fungus Polo, I have been doing like the propaganazole and then hitting it with Disease X, and then you did a video on the Azoxy, and I forget what it was.
Ass prop.
Yeah, and it was the 2SC, so it had the heavier dose, and that took care of it. Because after I saw that, after I saw that, because I looked at the Disease X and it had like 0.31 Azoxy in it, and then the other had 22.9. So appreciate the help on that. I really do.
It goes much further. It goes much further on the dollar bill too. You know, it looks like it's more expensive on the surface, but once you purchase it, and if you're in the climate to where you need those applications quite frequently, you'll be able to appreciate that product.
And then again, you don't have to use as much. You know, you're throwing down that Disease X, you're throwing down a certain amount of that bag. When you're putting this down here, you don't have to put down that much because the ingredient in there is a lot of it. But he hit it right on. You know, I mean, you can keep that thing for a while. And the good thing is that it cleared up what you had.
Exactly. Yep. For the first time ever. So appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and as you was talking about, Scott, misdiagnosis. I mean, it's so easy to do, especially when you get right around that same period of time when it could be disease or it could be grub damage. Like it's easy to do because I did it this year.
Okay. Wow, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, no, we still make plenty of mistakes, Scott. You are not alone. I promise you.
You're not alone at all.
And then we had the new puppy too, right? So then I'm like, oh, okay, I think it's the dogs that are just like all over the place and having some disease, and it ended up being grubs. And by the time I caught it, they did a number on it. I was out there with the Sun Joe, getting ready to overseed, and it peeled it up like I was rolling up a carpet.
Yeah, that will happen for sure.
So where are you? So for the people that don't know, Scott, where are you located? And what's your grass type?
I'm in Massachusetts. I'm on Cape Cod,
Nice.
and I have turf type tall fescue.
Nice.
So I've been overseeding the past couple of years with Pete's, the GCI.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Yeah.
What do you like the most about it? The texture, the feel, the color, the germination rate?
Probably actually every bit of that, but the germination rate and the color. The color is deep, dark green.
Even when it's young?
You know what? It was pale, but like for just a little bit, not as long as some other ones that I've used. It was quick.
Yeah, I figured that was worth mentioning because I know Cam tried to help out a few people that were struggling with that baby grass germination that's not as deep, dark green as people want it to be. But, you got to just have a little patience, allow it to mature, and then, you're good to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what are you fertilizing with, Scott?
I do a lot of spoon feeding too. So I have granular and liquid. So I've been using a lot of the biostems too. So just going with everything, the Green Punch Aerate, RGS. But then I started using some of sorry, I'll get them. I used the flagship this year too, Stress Blend. So using a lot of whatchamacallit now, I just forgot the name of it, with Alan Haynes company.
Gotcha.
Yard Master.
Yard Master, thank you. Yep, sorry guys.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, the flagship was good too. I tell you that and I like the Pro Pete, the 1704.
Okay.
That lasted a long time. The color lasted a ton. So
Cam can talk about that. Cam can vouch on that.
Yeah, man. I can vouch on that Pro Pete. So Pro Pete, you won't see boosting growth. Like you don't see that like it's just going to shoot out the ground after you fertilized it. But what you are going to get is a boost in color. So it's just going to be a real gradual feed that's going to last a good amount of time. And that color that you get from it, I mean, that color holds. And it's just like a deep, rich color that you get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it did. It held on for a long time.
Yeah.
It lasts. Yeah.
Yeah. You won't see it. It won't jump up. It won't make the grass jump out the ground and you're out there mowing every day and a half. But what it's going to do is going to give you that consistent feed that's gonna last a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Agreed.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get another one of our guests in here. A lot of people know this guy.
Scott, you got any questions for us before you roll out?
I'm sorry. I wanted to just bring some more people so we could just kind of chat more. But
okay,
yeah, Scott. Go ahead. If you have more questions, go ahead.
No. It was more like that. Just diagnosing stuff. That's been the biggest like frustration, I would say.
Yeah.
It's like I get it. You get it to a certain point, and it's like, oh man, this is money. It's just plush and nice and deep and green. And then all of a sudden it starts to like, I'll see certain things happen and I can just never get the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? I can never correct it. And it's frustrating that way.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now, I'm curious if you had a soil test done. Did you have a soil test done this year?
I did. Yeah. So I actually did 3 of them this year. But I usually do it every year. One problem that I had last year was, my pH was 4.5.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah. So last year I hit it with about 500 pounds of lime. I got it up closer to 6, but I never quite got to 6. And I just bought some SoloCal Plus. I saw some of that on one of the YouTube channels that I was going to try and hit it with that because I've tried Magical, a few different things, just trying to get it to come up, and I just can't quite get it there, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that pH, that's usually a couple season type task that you're going for. The simple fact that you was able to move it as much as you did within one season, you went from 4 to 6 in one season. That alone,
4.5 to 6. Yeah,
that alone was
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement in one season. So I'd say, stick with your plan. And did you use dolomitic or chalcidic lime? Do you remember?
Chalcidic.
Okay. Why'd you go with chalcidic?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. So if you were looking at your soil test and looking at your magnesium and calcium rates, that usually drives which product you want to use. It just really depends which way you want to swing. But I was just curious if you knew why you went with it. But no big deal. I mean, you saw a movement. I'd say stick with it. Keep it up. Give it a couple more seasons. Just, that's where the weight and gain patience comes. Sometimes it's kind of like, I guess for you, it sounds like you're hitting a plateau, almost like when you're in the gym and you have your most gains within that 30 to 60 days, and then you kind of plateau out for about 3 months. Then it just takes a little bit longer to get to that next stepping stool that you're trying to get to. So I imagine that might be what's going on without looking at your soil test. That's the most I can guess.
And then again, your eye test is going to be everything too. When you look at your lawn and you start to see how much, healthier it's looking, that's going to be a big indication too, but then again, like they said, that is a big jump from 4.6 all the way to 6 though.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with everybody else. I mean, the thing is, looking at them pictures that we just saw, hey man, you're in there. Like, you're in there. The only thing you can do is a little tweaking because it looks good, man. That's all I can say is keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Good deal. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our next guest. I think a lot of people know him. Let's go ahead and remove everybody here. And remove Vito, what is up?
Hey, Pam.
Vito, what is up, Vito?
What's
the
going on?
The airman.
The best aerial photographer out there known to man.
Yes, absolutely.
Too kind.
Yeah, your
Hey, man.
pictures they're truly amazing. We're not exaggerating.
Yeah.
So,
Appreciate you.
I
tell you on Instagram, it looks fantastic, but I do not want to be up there with you.
It's not easy to fly and take pictures, though. I gotta say.
I bet it's not. I bet it is not.
So yeah,
thank you for joining us tonight, Vito.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, can you get pulled over for doing that?
Yeah, it depends. Maybe the marshals.
They'd have to see you, right?
I actually just got a GoPro, so with some suction cups, it's gonna make life a little easier for me.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, which one'd you get?
Hero 9 Black.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually
Nice.
got a wing mount and a tail mount. I'm gonna test it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to that, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
So when you were usually snapping those pics, are you
Yeah.
using your phone or are you?
Yeah,
using...
that's all iPhone.
It's just all iPhone.
Yeah, and then it's some edits back at home.
Okay. All right. Cool. Because I was going to ask you about your polarization techniques, but iPhone computates all that and makes it really easy.
Yeah, I'm no genius.
Yeah, I try to pull a little inspiration from you on my last thumbnail for my final video on my resident before I left for Germany with the little wingtail shot that I got while I was in the
I saw that.
Yeah, cabin of the airplane. I got other pictures that I flicked while I was up there, so I'll release them slowly and surely over Instagram.
No, I love those too.
Yeah.
Vito,
We see a lot of Vito's like aerial pictures on Instagram, and honestly, prior to me asking you for the pictures, I had never seen your lawn.
Yeah,
it's impressive. So let's just take a real quick look at those slides, man.
Gotta have the flamingo in there. I see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's nice. That was a renovation.
Yeah, well, we had a big invasion of last few years of poetry, kind of just taking over slowly but surely. So I just we burned it off this August.
Okay.
And,
so this is a fresh renovation.
That's brand new. Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you go with?
GCI Cool Blue.
Nice.
It's the lawn. It's what I always wanted. The texture, the color. It's more like I could ever expect it.
Nice. It came in clean too. It's like
those are 3 weeks old. It's even better now.
I believe you.
It's really darker.
I believe you.
But the trip was just moving year by year. And
but you did mention that you do see some coming back, right? You're having the same issue I'm having.
Little strings popping through, and I hit it with the 41% glyphosate eraser, and it's still moving through though.
So have you considered picking up some Pylex? I know on the surface it looks pretty expensive, but if you got a few other people in your neighborhood or at work that in the lawn care as much as you, y'all can split that up. And
I think I'm not allowed to use that in New York though.
Yeah, you definitely
it might be
everything's illegal up there, just like
yeah.
Sorry for you.
But that won't hurt the fescue though, right? The Pylex.
No,
that's a growth regulator, correct?
Pylex, no.
Okay.
Pylex, it's a selective herbicide.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's not going to hurt. Your growth regulator, if you're going to go that route, would be a new. That's what I ran. And the new doesn't kill it, but it suppresses it enough to where it's going to stop it from spreading and allows your desirable turf to fill in. I ran it on my lawn this season, and if I didn't, I know that my backyard would have been easily 40% poetry by the end of the season.
Yeah,
but there was only probably about 10, maybe 15%.
Okay.
So it definitely stopped it in its tracks. And then when it heats up, Triv doesn't like that anyway. It wants to go dormant. So I just hit it hard early spring, stayed on top of it until about late June. No, late May, mid-June. Then I let up off of it before we walked into the stressful period. And I kind of just, let the desirable turf fill in, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
It's a nice tool to have.
And that stuff is growing in the shady part of the front of that. I'm north facing, so
that's where it loves to be, in the shade and a lot of moisture. Shade and a lot of moisture. So yeah, definitely looking at a new. It's another pricey product, but if you use it as a tool and you have your strategy put together, as far as timing is very important.
Okay.
You'll see quite a bit of success with that.
Well, maybe I can fly down to one of you guys. You can order me the Pylex, and I can just come pick it up.
There you go.
So another option, Vito. I've had quite a bit of a few people comment on my last video about Poetriv, and some people are recommending Acclaim Extra. Now, I found a study from Maryland. I think it was the Maryland University. That I think I'm trying to figure out how to read it properly, but I'm pretty sure it's saying that Acclaim Extra does work on Poetriv. Like it kills it. It doesn't just regulate it. So that's something I might be looking into for next season. So something you might want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with it in the springtime.
Other than that, we're just gonna have to get grass paint.
Yeah, well,
that's painted green.
What I've done in the past was just to blend the color with just a little more nitrogen and some extra liquid iron, and it kind of disappears a little bit.
Mine never does. So.
But it's you can't see it from the street. That's what's good. Only I know it's there.
Yeah. I hear you.
That may be worse, just knowing that it's there.
Yeah. And I got to look at it every morning when I go to work. When I get to work, it's another strand just comes through.
So I think y'all might have seen like the areas that I killed off, like in my front yard. So Scott, Vito, that was kind of where I was at. I just had like some grassy weed, old like fescue that just wasn't matching the texture or the color of the rest of the lawn, and I had to look at it every morning that I walked out of the house.
And I think about it all day at work. It's
And you pull back in the driveway and you got to look at it again. I was like, you know what? I'm just ready for let August roll around. I got some holy water to take care of that.
I've done what Pam does, that surgery with the sod, but it'll creep through there too.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
Yeah. But
Vito, let me say something to you real quick. First and foremost, when you take your pictures, man.
Yeah.
If you upgrade and get into the Galaxy family, your pictures will be so much clearer. So much clearer, man.
Fake news.
I'm an Apple guy. I'm on an iPad right now.
Fake news.
Okay.
Okay.
But thank you.
I agree with Polo.
Yeah.
Get you. But your line really does look really, really good, man. That renovation, that great, and you can't go wrong with that cool blue. You can't go wrong.
Man, it's great. Yeah. It's so symmetrical. The blades, every blade is the same texture and shape and color. It's what I always wanted.
It's something about when you do a full renovation and you've just got that uniform look,
right?
Like all the way across. It's just like my front yard. I haven't done a full renovation on that yet, but it's getting there to the point that it's almost uniform all the way across. But like my backyard, when I did that full renovation on it, and just seeing it come up, and you just get that uniform look across it, it all pays off for all the hard work that you put in it to get there.
It was 4 days of Labor Day weekend, which my wife is still mad at me for working through that weekend. But it paid off.
Yeah, I did that 2 years in a row, so I'm pretty sure mine wasn't happy.
My neighbors thought I lost my mind in August when they saw it go all around. They said,
"Oh yeah,
this guy's going to be committed or something."
That's how they're going to be looking at me out here come around June. 'Cause I'm killing the whole thing.
There you go.
Kill her dead.
Yeah. Is there anything better than the 41% eraser? Anything that will kill the triv?
Yeah.
While you're killing
Was
everything.
that?
Because I don't think I got it all. You know, when I burned it off, I think some did creep up through the paper sack brown.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's something stronger. I don't know.
How many rounds of 41% did you do, and how far did you space out your rounds of application?
I did 2 apps, and then a 2 weeks apart, and then we
2
had
apps, 2 weeks apart.
Yeah. And then there was some mohawks, green strips that didn't want to die, so I just spot treated those as I saw them.
Yeah.
And this
was, I mean, that was a pretty decent amount of time to wait in between. Other than that, I normally do try to go. Typically, like on the ones that I've done, I've gone 3 rounds.
Really?
At about 2 weeks in between each application, and that was also when I knew I saw a little bit of Bermuda kind of hanging out in there. So, yeah, it is. I don't think you could have did anything different, man. I think you gave it the best shot you could.
Yeah.
I don't really think there was much else you probably could have done.
Right. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Triv is the devil. It really is. It really is. I give up. All right, Vito, you have any additional questions for the group?
No, I love all you guys, and if it wasn't for you guys, I would not know what to do.
Yeah. Don't give us too much credit, man. We still figuring it out ourselves.
I love your gardens, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's coming back. Don't worry, it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming. It's going to be a pretty big season over here. I already have my neighbors say you can have the whole front yard. So I said, okay, all right, cool. So we're good. We're making moves. We're prepping. The hardest task right now is communicating with soil test centers. So that's a task because they don't have a lot of Americans come through there. So, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, it's time for our next person to come up in here. I think a lot of people will know this person as well. She's in all of our lives most of the time. Here we go. Welcome, CR.
What is up? What's up?
Hi, everyone. Hi.
How you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, thank you for coming and accepting, and thank you for supporting the team. Yes. I love your decorations behind you. They look good. Yep, GirLzLawn, you support. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So let's take a quick look at your slides, and then we'll talk to you a little bit. All right. Your kids are super cute.
Thank you.
Cute.
Thank you. My girls.
That's right. I hope you have them out there in the lawn with you.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Nice warm season coming in here. A little warm season lawn action.
Yes, little Bermuda action. Yes.
Little alpha weed.
Alpha weed.
It takes a licking, but it keeps on ticking.
That's right. The gift that keeps on giving. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how'd you get started, CR?
Well, actually, I started when the pandemic first started, when everything was shut down. I was basically in a house. I have 2 little girls, and I'm a caregiver for my mother. So I had to have a way to kind of, escape, have a little mommy me time. So I started watching YouTube, and I first saw Mr. Curtis from Weed Whacker. And I just really enjoyed his content and how he delivered it. And then I heard Polo.
Hey.
And yes, and Polo actually kind of got me interested really in the lawn care. And I just started one day. My neighbor was selling his Toro push mower, and I just got into it. And after that, I was hooked.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it really kind of saved me. Actually, it really, kind of like I said, got me away, got me with mommy me time.
Okay.
And that's priceless. That's priceless.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's that time out in the lawn, and a lot of times we were actually talking about it in another chat that like now at the end of the season, we're just kind of like enjoying cutting. Like when we're out there, they're like trying to video, like get footage, create videos and everything, you kind of miss a little bit of that enjoyment. But now that like the season is like winding down, we're just out there enjoying the mow like everybody else. And I can say it's felt pretty good, especially a cut yesterday.
Oh yeah. See, my grass is actually starting to go dormant, and I'm missing the green. And I'm actually missing the cutting because I don't have to cut it as often. But yes, it's pretty like half and half brown, half greenish.
See, that's what happens with weeds. They can't hang on. They can't hang on.
See, I love my Bermuda.
I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit of envy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feed some Bermuda, you feed it a little bit of water and a whole lot of fertilizer, and you'll be all right.
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely. Actually, one of the photos when it was really, really green, I used the simple lawn solutions, the darker green, and it just perked. I'm a simple salon solution girl. I love
that's good stuff.
Just hook it in the hose and go for it. Yes, Polo. I see you, Polo.
There you go.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes.
With the sticker still on it. There we go.
With the sticker still on it.
I know. I'm gonna need to get one of those. Let me see
Take
if
that
I can.
Sticker off that hat. Youngin.
Email me, CR. CR, send me an email. I can get you one.
Oh, thank you. Okay. But yeah, I love it. And that's what I do. I do the fertilizer with Simple Lawn Solutions and the darker green.
Yeah, man. Those products. It's interesting you said Simple Lawn Solutions because I actually just put down a application this evening right before this. So I'm wrapping up. I got one more application I'm gonna do, and I will be completely done for the season. So we actually have a blackout up here. So November 15th is the last day that I can actually put down any fertilizer with nitrogen or potassium in it. So as of next Monday or following Monday, that's it for us. And the plants will be done uptaking nutrients for the most part here in a couple weeks anyway. So
Yeah.
Where are you, Cam?
I'm in Maryland.
Maryland. Gotcha.
Yep. So, and New Jersey, I found out today, I was actually talking to somebody in my comments on my last video, and they said New Jersey has the same fertilizer blackout. So if anybody's listening and you're in New Jersey, November 15th, last day for you to be able to get your fertilization applications done. From November 15th to March 1st, you can no longer put down any fertilizers with nitrogen or potassium. Drop a little gem, just a little gem.
Hey guys, I just want to also say thank you to all of you, Cam, Polo, Turf, PJ. You have always been, just open for questions that I might put in a chat, and very responsive, and I appreciate that. And Polo, thank you for the fungus suggestions. And I was hit by armyworms in Atlanta. Well, I'm about 30 miles from Atlanta. I was hit real bad with armyworms, and Polo, what you suggested helped.
Boom. There we go. Getting warm.
In there.
Yeah, you know what? That's what it's all about, and that's what we are here for. We try our best. You know, we all go through things, and it's best that we sit up there whenever we go through any type of situations to share that with folk. So I'm glad that you took care of that, and the army worms didn't take care of you because they were.
It was bad
I mean,
this year.
somebody left the gate open and let them things out this year. I'm telling you, they were everywhere. They were everywhere.
Right behind the cicadas, right? That was wild.
Yes,
Exactly.
it was crazy.
So I'm glad that you took care of that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think I told Scott, but Vito and CR, just we appreciate your support. Y'all have been consistently behind the We Working team and also consistently behind our individual channels. So we just want to say thank you. We appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see. We wanted to make sure that we wanted to highlight you all also. And I know we've got a lot of people in the chat also that's been supporting us. So this is all appreciation. We just want to tell everybody thank you. We appreciate everything that y'all have done. I know this is my first year really doing YouTube and making videos. So just to get this amount of love and support from the community, I just want to say personally, thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. And speaking of appreciation, I got so wrapped up in talking to you guys, I forgot about the giveaways. We're like 2 giveaways behind right now, so we're gonna do one. We're gonna do one right now. Let's see. I didn't have any questions prepared. Let's see. Let's go with the first person who can tell us who was the last. Who was the last guest on our last live? The first person, guys, look in the chat. Please tell me the first person that comments.
Scott.
Scott, there you go. We did not get Scott to answer, guys. So
it's Scott, the first time I've ever won.
So Scott, our first giveaway was actually the lawn box. They donated a bag of fertilizer as well as a bag of their soil saver. So we will get that to you. I just need you. There was a little bit of a mix-up in our previous live. So in order to make sure you get your product, please email the We Workin' this email here. Shoot us an email. Tell me what you won. And I'll make sure you get it. So it's going to be the lawn box, fertilizer, and soil saver. All right, I'll leave that up there for a minute.
On the lawn training.
Straight for my head, man.
My man in there.
Even in Germany. You know, when they say when you got that much hate, that just shows you how much the world really loves you. I appreciate you on the line.
Hey, on the line, in my Denzel voice, my man.
Oh man, watch, you gonna take this L all over again next fall. Just be ready.
Hey, you know what? This time, I'm gonna do like how you all did. I'm gonna cut my lawn in the evening time when it's not high noon.
Excuses.
So you can be able to see it. No excuses. No excuses at all. No excuses at all. Matter of fact, everyone that did not see that, we had a blast doing that. Make sure you all go back and check that out. You can check any one of our YouTube pages for the Stripes Challenge that we did. We had a blast. Turf, Cam, PJ, and myself. Check that out, and you all can see for yourself. Y'all going to see that Turf cheated.
And please participate in the next one, because there will be a next one, and we want you guys to participate in that.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, CR.
I'm gonna say I don't know if Turf cheated, but Polo, I'm telling you, your stripes were off the chain with no kit too.
Oh my goodness! There we go. CR, you and I, we can get along, because you know what? She said, I don't know if Turf cheated, But polo stripes look good. Everybody stripes look good. But the people spoke, and I took the crown. So just be a sore loser.
Yeah. I'm just go ahead and say I cut Polo's lawn. If y'all ain't checked that video out, go check that out on Polo's channel 2 weeks ago and join the Mo and hashtag turf cheated.
He wasn't ready when it counted. And
hashtag turf cheated.
You look at mine today, I'm still punishing him.
Turf had home field advantage. That was the only reason, because Polo joints is 5-5. Them
wasn't fire on that day.
I agree, man.
It was more like
and you gave us a little bit some extra with the animate, all that stuff.
Too bad the animate wasn't part of the
but it was the stripes plus that. So
if that's the case, See, here we go. You know what?
Hey, Turf. It's
there we go,
right,
bro.
Man.
Team Turf. There we go. Drop it in the.
You got one. You got one. See, we ain't over there in Turfville with all your little robots that you got and them extra people. They can step and vote for you.
Hey, Turf, Team Turf, stand up. Let them know.
Bro, stand up, bro.
Team Turf, stand up. There we go. Because I only see one person in here for you, Polo. My goodness.
Hey, Turf, man, we love you, man.
There we go. Man. Team, we working. How about that? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we love you, man. We love you, man.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get our next person in here. Here we go, everybody. Let's do this. Yes, sir, Mr. Lawn Junkie himself.
What's going
right
on?
There. There we go. I took a little out. There we go.
Hey.
Hello.
What's happening?
What's going on?
What's up, James? Thank you for being here. Happy to meet you. Talk to you all the time on Instagram. You're a great supporter. You repost all of our stuff. We love you, man.
I just like to support positivity. Everybody's so positive in this crew. And, you give out so much great information. I just want everybody else to see it too.
Absolutely.
Hey, we definitely appreciate it.
All right, let's look at your slides real quick and let's get that conversation going with you. So not a lot of grass, but you did a lot of landscaping and you did a lot of work.
Yeah, unfortunately this time
that was
you don't have a lot of rain, so you got to figure out other stuff to do.
Yeah, there is other stuff besides grass. I'll concede to that.
And I'm also kind of jealous of the cool season grasses just a little bit.
So what do you have?
Bermuda.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that jealousy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's understandable.
So that was a big project, the patio, but it looks good. The final product looks really good.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we wanted to always be able to enjoy the backyard, and we're going on our 3rd year in our house, and so we just decided to go ahead and extend the patio, and put in some landscaping and everything, so we can have a little oasis in the backyard.
I understand that.
And where are you located at, James?
In York, South Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina, okay.
Yeah.
How's the weather there right now?
It's kind of cold, man. It's in the 40s and 50s.
Oh,
That's about 65, 70.
Oh well.
Back and forth.
So, do you have any plans for the grass coming up for the spring? Well, I don't know. When would you start working on your Bermuda?
Same time I'm going to work on my cool season.
Well, this is I'm going on my third season, so really I've been working on building the organic matter in the soil, and because with new builds, it really doesn't look good at all. So you really got to start from the soil.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, like I said, this is going to be like my third season. So I think next summer or next spring, really going to pop. So that's really why you hadn't seen a lot of pictures of the grass, because it really didn't look that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we'll see a lot of before and after once you get at it, basically.
Right.
We'll see a lot of before and after.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Do you already have some Bermuda going now? You put some plugs out there or sprigs or anything?
Well, it was sod when we first bought the house.
Oh, they sodded it in the new build?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they didn't do a good job, so I've been pretty much just trying to, like I said, make sure the soil is good. I've been using a lot of. I'm gonna tell you what I used after we got the patio extension and everything done in the backyard, because the yard was so damaged. We used that Micro Life 004 and a simple launch solution. It did a great job.
Yeah.
You can wait to see what it looks like when it wakes up, next season.
So it's interesting that you said that Microlife 004, because
I've been looking at it.
I actually put some down. I don't even think I told nobody. But yeah.
Can't cheat it.
Yeah, I don't even think I told nobody. But yeah, I went on and put a bag of that down in the backyard this past when I overseed it. And to be honest, it's probably a good thing that I did. My backyard just took a beating at the end of the season when I put in that fence. I had the fence put in. They redid all of that and all the foot traffic. And it just happened to be the hottest week of the season of the summer. And like I aerated and dethatched it right behind it. It just took a beating at the end of it. So it's recovered pretty good. But yeah, I went down with that 004 just to see what it'll do.
Yeah, it worked real good for me. So I can't wait to see what it looks like when it wakes up in the summer.
Yeah. So James, do you have any specific questions for any of us in here in the group?
Well, I was thinking about maybe starting a little bit of gardening next summer, and but I don't have a clue on how to start.
Start what?
Gardening.
Oh, garden. Oh, yeah. You got the right person for that.
I got you. Cam got you. We all got you. Polo can grow a tomato plant.
Yeah. I'm the only one that ain't got you.
I'll tell you this. This is where you want to start, James. This is where you want to start. You in South Carolina, right?
Right.
Where at?
In York. And it gets really hot all the time.
Where's the nearest biggest city to York? I've never heard of York.
Rock Hill.
What's that?
Rock Hill. I'm about 45 minutes outside of Charlotte, North Carolina.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Say something we know.
Yeah.
So you're 8A. You're 8A. Your zone, I'm pretty sure your zone is 8A. What you're going to want to do is pull up a grow calendar, put this in Google. Grow calendar, zone 8A. Boom, you'll pull that up. And you'll find that you can go ahead and start prepping for your season in about 2 months if you're going to start stuff indoors. So what you have to understand is, just like with lawn care, there's cool season grass and warm season grass. So just like in gardening, there's cool season crops and warm season crops. So when you start your early spring, you can be getting going on a lot of cool season crops that will pretty much be fading out come the end of May, and somewhere in April you can be planting warm season crops that'll take you through the rest of your season. But there's a lot of good gardeners out there that are that low. When you're talking about Men in the Garden, MIG, the little crew that I run with, you got Broke Farmer. He's out there in Georgia, so you can go watch him. Lion Crest Outdoors, I believe his zone is at 8A. He's in Texas, but he's in a similar zone as you. There's a lot of gardeners out there in your zone or near you that you want to check out. So there's nothing wrong with following people that's not in your grow zone. But you definitely want to plug in with a few people that are in your grow zone. If you're really interested, I could bring you on and we can walk that dog on my personal channel. Just shoot me an email, man. I really want to help you. I want to see you be successful. Always start out growing stuff that you eat, you know, to try to make it feel the most rewarding at first. And then I can get you set up. I'd love to do that. More people should be growing their own food. My man, Ben, the lawn guardian, I think he got over 100 pounds worth of food out of 32 square feet this season. And he just made those posts today on IG. So it's possible. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I had a pretty good beginner rookie year in the garden. I can't complain about it. Shoot, man, the peppers just stopped growing. Like as of probably this week with all the frost and everything that we had. I probably, if I had brought them in, like and just kept them out of the frost, they probably would have and brought them back out. Shoot, they'd probably still be growing.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Well, I had some failures and a couple successes. I'm happy about the successes, so let's go with that. I'm going to be better, much better next year. I think like the carrots were a real big disappointment. And I feel like, I think Turf gave me some feedback on that, but I also read a little bit about it. My soil was too tight and compacted. I need next year I'm going to add a little bit of, loose soil in there so they can grow. So, but the cucumbers were fantastic and the kale was fantastic. So nothing like
I don't have nothing to say.
What?
because I don't have a garden and I don't have time for a garden, man. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, James, man. You see my hustle, man. You see my hustle. Everyone else has time. I wish I did have time because I will sit up there and kind of put some things up, but I can't help you on that, brother. I can't help you on that. The three people that spoke, that's who you need to talk to. That's who you need to talk to.
Hey, Polo, that's okay. I'm with you. I don't have a garden. I love to watch YouTubers with gardens doing that thing, but I don't have one either.
I tell you this, for the people that don't have time to garden, I would urge you to at least become familiar with a handful, maybe 3 plants. Maybe a lettuce, a tomato, carrots, whatever it may, cucumbers, those 3 plants. Make the time to become familiar on how to successfully grow those crops, because you'd hate to be caught in a situation to where you wish you knew how to grow, and then for some reason something depends on it. You see, I'm not trying to scare you to get into gardening or anything. I'm just saying, better to be prepared than get caught unprepared when you need it the most. So it's a skill.
Right.
It's a skill that saves lives when needed the most. So while you don't have the time for it, just get one plant. Just one plant. Just one plant and check it out and just ride that wave. You'll be surprised how many things you can let thug it out. Like my man Broke Farmer. He let some plants just thug it. My parents, they are famous for thugging out plants, and some of them do really well. You can discover some plants that don't even for your zone, So yeah.
Hey, I'll tell my plants they got to man up quick. ASAP. I don't do no babying in the garden. Hey man, they talking about, oh yeah, you got to harden off your plants. They got to go out there. You got to take them in and out the house for a week. Hey man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to man up, and you're gonna have to take this. You're gonna have to go out here in this shade, and you're gonna have to stay there because I ain't bringing you in and out the house.
Yeah. So Bertha Tillman, she says, "Where can lemon trees survive?" There's so many different varieties of citrus out there that it varies. But I will say this blanket statement: the majority of your citrus can survive zone 7B and below. 7B, you might even have to push it to 8A. But there's some channels that's dedicated to citrus that has a bit more cold hardiness. It can take lower temperatures for longer periods of time. But most likely, if you're at 8A or below, you'll be fine. You'll be good to go when it comes to citrus.
All right, people.
Hey, PJ, too. Can I just say one thing too? So, James just talked when he first opened too with the positivity, and then Vito and CR too. You know, you guys are doing this like tonight to appreciate us, but I gotta say it's easy for us because we appreciate how much time you all put in. It's the amount of time. I know, like, you know, you put out a 6-minute video, and the hours that go into that, it's a lot. And you know, for all of us, and you're doing it for all of us, you know, and it goes a long way. I mean, Turf's in Germany, it's midnight, you know what I mean? And he's here on with us, and we just you know, appreciate all of you, and the lawn care community too. It's just so positive, and just everybody helping everybody, and just appreciate it a lot, really.
Well, thank you, Scott. We definitely appreciate the recognition for sure. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Looks like we're gonna get our last but not least guest in here. And let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's do it.
Mr. B. Davis.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, listen, hold on one second. I got some beef with Turf.
Oh, you got beef with me.
I got some beef with Turf.
Bring it on, man.
Hashtag Turf
Wait,
cheated.
hold on.
Take my hat off for this.
Wait.
I got this grill over here.
So let me run your slides first. Let me run
Run
your
my
slides.
slides.
Boom.
Hey.
Boom.
That's man B. Davis.
The king is here.
Listen,
The king is here.
That's 3 different
The
grass
king is
types.
here.
Nice. So go ahead with your beef because we all want
right.
to know what this is.
I'm gonna go ahead with my beef right
king.
now.
All right, be careful now.
So Polo and Cam has something going on, and Turf is over here talking about, oh, y'all know I can't do that. I ain't got no yard. I can't do that. If I remember correctly, a few months ago, someone tried to get your boy caught up. Someone tried to get your boy in the stripe off Bermuda grass, and I was in against tall fescue grass, and he gonna hit up your boy like, oh, B. Davis, why don't you get in these stripe off with us? I said, with who? He's like, oh, me, PJ, Polo, Cam. What, tall fescue? Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Ain't no way. So Polo, Cam, y'all doing y'all thing. Keep the heat on that brother. Keep the heat on it. He tried to put the heat on me.
Well, I'm happy to see that B. Davis made Bell from DIE. Y'all gonna see. Y'all don't know. Hey, look, B. Davis has a picture near Skaggs, a whole demo section. He's done. They done banned him for life. He done got the whole state of Florida banned, and you'll see why in the video in about a week and a half. I'm editing it right now. It should be finished by next weekend. I'll be dropping it. Yeah, I'm happy to see you made Bell though. Happy to see you.
You were fun, man. It was a pleasure to meet you out there, B. Davis.
I appreciate it. Great to meet all you guys.
So when you saw how, I think everybody out here saw the energy when B Davis came into the room. The guy's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is literally every time you're around him, you just leave and your cheeks are hurting because you just can't stop laughing. Like, the guy's hilarious. This is what you see on the screen. I think is maybe 3 or 5 times worse in person. Like
for the better.
For the better. Like the guy he is hilarious.
When we finally got some quality time with him, it was at like 10:30 at night, trying to find a place to eat for the past 2 hours. We was at GIE the first day. Everybody didn't have no sleep except PJ. She was the only person that was well rested. Everybody else was operating off about 2 hours of sleep. And then when my man B Davis showed up to the restaurant after we finally got seated, after trying to find food for 2.5 hours because it was that thick, he had us woke. We woke up for a strong 45 minutes and had a good time. So that energy is real. He is exactly who he presumes to be. He's a good person. And then he joined us for breakfast the next day too. That was a good time too.
Yep.
And the good times continue to roll.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That waffle was everything. I've been trying to re-experience that waffle too. I can't find it.
The only way you're gonna be able to experience it is if you come back to the Ville, man. It's the only way you're gonna be able to experience
I'm
it.
Coming to Louisville.
There you go, Louisville. There you go. There you go. You gotta say it right.
You see
I
my
ain't coming back because boy, they had your boy drinking that bourbon dry. Man. When I left y'all, with me and my boy,
did y'all's drinks come on the rocks? We're like, nah, man. No.
That was hilarious.
You better ask for on the rocks if you want something on the rocks.
Man, you should have saw the face that Polo gave me. I was like, man, y'all gonna put some ice in this Polo. No ice in it. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Hey man,
what is that?
Hey man, that's like when A1 sauce on a good steak, man.
There we go.
Man.
There we go. Where they do that at? They must do that in Texas or Florida.
Man, that just was hilarious. When I say Polo looked down there at B Davis and was like, yo, you want some ice? Like he was about to kick him out the restaurant. Like, you got to go.
Yeah, so the champ.
It wasn't even room temperature though. It was hot.
Well, I wouldn't know.
It was a little warm. It was a little warm because when they brought mine up, so they messed up and actually put me on to something that I had never had. So of course I like Basil. I like Basil Hayden. So like I'm like, all right, boom, let me get a Basil Hayden. Little did I know, well I did, but I just said Basil Hayden. They had like 4 Basil Haydens on the menu. So they ended up giving me the dark rye.
The one they wanted to give you.
The dark rye. And as soon as they sat it on the table, I rocked with my Basil Hayden. I know what my Basil Hayden looked like in a glass.
This ain't right.
They sat it on the table. I was like, this ain't it. I was like, hey, I'm in Louisville. I'm in bourbon country. I'm gonna drink what they gave me and see what's up. Hey, I had a full bottle. I got about half a bottle in there that I picked up earlier this week.
There we go. But B Davis, you are one of the few people. I think you're the only person I've seen on YouTube within like 18 months has conquered Bahia, Bahuhu, crabgrass, whatever you want to call it. Right? Then you shifted gears and then you've had like 3 properties within 18 months, bro. That's insane. And now you're back in FLA.
Yeah, buddy.
How you feeling right now, man? Like there's a lot. You've had to pick up a vast amount of information along the way, and second to none, between you and my man Travis, I really like y'all's YouTube. Oh, and the tools. They gotta. You can't forget about the tools. But I'd say between y'all three, when it comes to warm season, I'm consistently rotating through the three of you. I say if I want a good comic relief and making sure that I feel like I am graduating at the level that I need to be, you keep it relatable. Everything that you're using is relatable for the average DIY homeowner, just like Travis over at Budget Lawns. And then I get a nice amount of humor with you as well. Very fun. So like, how did you just keep going, man? And how are you feeling right now being back in Florida?
Man, I feel good, you know, just to kind of give a little background to that. You know, yeah, I was raised here in Florida for the second half of my life. First 16 years was in Detroit, second 16 years, you know, in Florida. And so, you know, back in 2020, you know, I had the Bahihi. I had the Bahihi in the backyard. I had the St. Augustine in the front. Nobody thought that you could conquer highway grass, is what they call Bahia grass, highway grass, you know, but I did. I had no idea what I was doing at all. You know, of course, you know, you watching the guys, you know, and the first guy that kind of put me on, you know, was like Ryan Nord, you know, his channel. He kind of put me on, and I had no idea he had cool season grass. I always thought all the grass is the same, you know, so I'm gonna just do what Ryan does, and I realized, buddy, that's not the case. You know, so you know, but once I conquered, you know, the Bahihi and everything, and then we got up and we left Florida, and that's 18 months. I had Bermuda, so here's another shift. I never had to cut low in my life. I never real mowed in my life. You know, I never had Bermuda grass in my life. But I come to learn how to adapt, and I fell in love with that Bermuda. I fell in love with cutting it low with that real mower. I fell in love with how it looked. You know, I was fortunate enough to get it sponsored by Side Solutions, the front and the backyard and everything. You know, so they kind of babied me on that one too. But that Bermuda was just a different animal once you got it tamed, you know, and I fell in love with it to when, you know, my wife was like, all right, you know, let's move back to Florida. And I was like, you know, and she even told me straight up, she said, listen, you can stay in Texas if you want, you know, but we're going back to Florida. And I thought about it. I looked at the grass. I looked at her. I looked at the grass. I looked at her.
You looked at the grass?
I looked at the grass again, and I was almost going to go with it, you know, because at that moment I like the grass way more than that.
Oh no!
Ooh no!
You know what I'm saying? You know, so I mean, clearly you can see which route I ended up going with.
Yeah.
You know, so, back here in Florida, you know, and I'm back to the old St. Augustine grass. So, you know, I'm gonna take a little bit of what I learned in Texas with that Bermuda, and I'm apply it to this St. Augustine grass, you know, and this is a first. This is a first right now on the We Working live stream. This is a first because I haven't even told nobody this, but your boy is going to real mow the St. Augustine grass.
Oh no,
that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
At what height? At what height you gonna cut it?
Right. Me and Ken, we locked in. We're like, what height you going to? I want to know.
So I'll give you guys another guy here in Florida. His name is Ron. Him and I talk, you know, quite a bit. He lives not that far from Allen. He real mows his St. Augustine grass.
I've seen him
for years,
and it looks good. I've seen it.
It's like real St. Augustine grass. I think he's on Instagram and like TikTok and everything. Right. But so that's where my knowledge came. I'm like, man, if he can do it, you know, hey, it would be great. But I gotta take it slow. You know, I'm gonna have to bring out the Time Master a few times. Just try to go lower, train it, you know, and then look to try to switch over to the real mower. You know, maybe once I get it to like 1 inch, switch over to the real mower and just try to, you know, take it down from there. If I can get it at 7/8 and kind of steady, then that's where it's going to be. But it's going to be a lot of content coming out. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs, which is what lawn care is all about. And I might break some stuff, tear up some stuff, burn some stuff, but I mean, hey, at least I won't be getting kicked out of this place.
Yeah, and let's be honest, it ain't a might, it's just a win. It's just a matter of win with you. But I want to say this for the people that might be listening while they're multitasking. You might not be looking at the screen, and that's fine. We appreciate you still dearly. But there's some instructions for the giveaway. Go ahead and take a peek at the screen. There's some instructions for the next giveaway we're going to do. Just don't want you to miss out on it just because you're multitasking. You got us in your ear and you're not looking at your screen. But yeah, man, B. Davis, Real Mullins, all that St. Augustine. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I've seen. I know the guy that you're talking about on Instagram. I've seen him. I like his reels. His reels are pretty dope. Like I like his music and everything. His choice of music, and then also it still looks good. Even St. Aug like that low.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing something nice with that.
And typically that's the no. Like they say, no, you can't do that with St. Augustine grass. But isn't that the fun in it? Isn't that the fun to like challenge yourself? It puts me back into that motion of with the Bahia grass. It's like you can't get it green, you can't get it good looking good, you can't do it this way. I'm like, well, let me try. Let's try and see what we can do. If it doesn't work.
Tell me I can't do something. That's one way to make me go harder.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yes.
100%.
So B. Davis, on those lines, I'm doing something also next year. That along your same lines. Oh no, I will never bring a weed like that into my yard. I would never bring that weed into my yard. But I am going to be real mowing some tall fescue.
Okay.
Probably sub 1.5 inches, maybe.
We're gonna call that thing short fescue when it's done. We're gonna call that turf type short fescue.
I'm interested.
So yeah, I'm
hashtag TTSF. There we go.
So yeah, I'm taking my parkway. So my parkway right now is GCI tall fescue and Blue Bank Kentucky bluegrass mixture. So I'm gonna be probably doing some sand leveling in the spring. I'm gonna get it up and going. It's filling in a little bit. I kind of neglected it a little bit this fall. It got some disease and everything else, and I really just neglected it. So yeah, I reseeded it. It's coming up. It's growing right now, and yeah, I've had the reel on it a couple of times. So if y'all look at my IG, I got a reel on there where I'm reel mowing it. It's probably at about 1.5 inches right now. So yeah, I'm a sand level it, get it a little flatter. Come the spring, probably end up tossing a little bit more seed down in the spring, and we're gonna see if we can reel mow some tall fescue.
There we go.
Low.
Hey, so while we got all the top supporters on the screen and giving you guys one last chance to jump in on this entry for the giveaway, the instructions are on the screen for you. Do y'all have any questions for each other? I know that we're here to appreciate you. And we asked you if you had questions for us, but while y'all are all on the screen together, do y'all have anything for each other? Any shots fired at each other? Maybe you feel like you could take better aerial photos than Vito. I don't know. I'm just trying to start. I got a bet out there.
I just want to show B. Davis my pin.
Hey. Yeah. That's the original.
You sent me that 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I got the same pen. I bought mine. I bought like 4 of them.
I gave you one, and then as soon as I turn around, I gave one of the exotic dancers another one.
And look, if y'all want to party, hang out with B. Davis. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good time.
Okay, so I do have a question. So I have Bermuda grass, but in Georgia, we have a lot of trees. So in the back is kind of shady, and my Bermuda does not like shade at all. And I was thinking about seeding it with another type of grass, but I want to get you guys' opinion on what type of grass in Georgia, should I seed it with the shady areas?
How big is this?
How big it?
Because I'm about to say, hey, look, I don't know if you've seen Cam video.
Yeah, right.
You can stretch that out about 6 feet and make a beautiful circle ring around a nice little live edge around your tree that's shading it. So how big is that bare spot that you have?
It's probably about like 100 square feet.
Gosh,
I mean,
it's a lot.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, and it's like the trees, and it's real shady, and my Bermuda is just not growing there.
So the Bermuda grows up to a certain point, and then it just stops.
It just stops. It's when it starts to
expand your flower bed. Then put some foliage in there. Put some stuff that won't mind that shade, but still thrives off the heat. Go to your local nursery, tap in with them, explain the growing conditions underneath that tree to them. And I would just say, either do it yourself. You can watch Cam's video that a guy used to get you a nice, beautiful live edge. Or you can just hire it out and have someone expand your flower bed to that section and plant something there or food there that wouldn't mind those conditions.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
And that's what I was gonna say. I was like, depending on where it is, like on your property, within, like if it's like on the edges or like on the outskirts of your property line, I would definitely look at, because I don't like fighting grass. Like if grass don't want to grow there, the worst thing that you can do is continue to try to keep fighting with it. And especially with Bermuda, when it comes to shade, it just doesn't like the shade. So which is one of the reasons why my lawn is shaped the way that it is, because underneath those trees, it's a lot of tree roots. There's just starving it for nutrients, water, everything. And I'm just not going to continue to fight with it. So I just turn it all into a bed, plant some coleus and stuff in there, plant some different variegated liriopes and stuff in there, very low maintenance. So you can, you can take that as an option.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
What you got for B. Davis? Since you the warm season king in here.
So also, yes, Bermuda grass, love sunlight. I mean, I can't tell you, like when I was in Texas, how many neighbors I went around to their house because they were saying how their grass is dying right around the tree and everything. And I'm like, yeah, well, how long you been here? Oh, about 3 years or somewhere around there. I say, right, that's what happened. These trees grow, that shade happens. Bermuda loves sunlight. If you want to try another grass type that will blend in pretty good with Bermuda, if you do it correctly, you can always go with zoysia. Now they have different types of zoysia grass. One of the shaded tolerance of zoysia grass is like cavalier zoysia, somewhere around there, caviar, something like that. That's a really good shade tolerant zoysia grass. But if you're going to look to get something that might blend in pretty good with that, that's a route you could take also. Or like Cam and Turf said, just extend your flower bed, or make it wider, and hey, be done with it.
Yeah, that's definitely that's what I would do. I wouldn't fight it. And the last thing I would do, and only because it's just going to look weird when you're around this time of the year, and there's no telling how the adverse reactions could happen as far as if you put down a spreading variety, is going with a cool season. You're going to have blending issues in the peak of your season. And if it's a running, spreading variety, you may lead to more issues than you're willing to deal with. So,
right.
I would go with the expansion of those flower beds if you're not going to go to, because zoysia is not cheap. Let me just be honest with you. It's not, and you have to be very patient with it too. So you may plug that zoysia, and it might take you a whole 18 months for it to really fill into the way that you want it. So if you're looking for the easy button here would be expand your flower beds. Put some flowers there that's going to like those conditions. It's nice and warm, but it's low light. Go that route. That's the
right. I might take your opinion about starting a garden.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
You know,
hey.
depending on how much shade is there are some things that you just won't be able to grow. Cam can fill you in on that because we tried it over as his lawn, and I didn't know how shaded it would get. I don't think he realized how much shade it would get versus what kind of plants he put in there. But he could help you with those low shade tolerant vegetables that you could put in the area like that. He would be the one who could help you a lot more than me. And then if you have more questions about the zoysia, I got my man Paul from A to Z Lawns or A to Z Zoysia, something like that. Yeah. If you email me, I can send you over to him. He's a Zoysia pro. Like he can really help you dial some things in.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So just put all of that in the seed email with the Simple Lawn Solutions hat, and I got you.
I got it. Writing it down.
And maybe I'll bring you and the Lawn Junkie on this winter to help y'all set up your gardens for next season. We can walk you through it, and then the garden community can help chip in, and you'll meet a lot of people in your areas that can help you along the way.
All right, I'm gonna put my girls to work too.
There we go.
Daughters.
Always include the girls, include the babies.
Yes.
Hey Cam, I'm going to be watching that close too with the tall fescue because that was one of the questions I was going to ask about real mowing because I don't know, I love the stripes, but with the fescue out back, but out front I was like, oh man, I'd love to real mow. I watched the tools and Ryan and it's just like there's something to it, and Clint too with the it's just
It's do you got a lot of shade? Do you got a lot of shade out back?
Actually both. I had a bunch of trees taken down, but my neighbors didn't, and we have like 75-foot, 80-foot oaks here, so it's tough. I took a couple down that I thought were going to help out, but it's I get enough, but I need more.
What's your height of cut? What's your height of cut normally during the summertime?
Like 3.5 to 4. Usually 3.5. I keep it at.
Yeah, so I went down to 3 inches this year. In my back where it's heavily shaded at. I went down to 3 inches this year. Looked amazing, and it just performed a lot better at that lower height of cut with that additional shade. It tended to dry out faster at that lower height of cut. It had a little bit more airflow like through the canopy of the lawn. I had less issues with disease this year also at that lower height of cut. So if you're shaded, it wouldn't be a bad thing to try going at maybe that 3-inch mark and just kind of see how it works out for you.
Okay. Yeah, I will, because it actually, that's the biggest thing. It never dries out.
Yep.
I blew out the sprinklers today, but I don't even know how many times I used them this year. It was limited, It just never dried out.
Yep. That was I was in the same boat. That was one of my issues that I had last year. And I ended up getting Pythium, which was a disaster. And then this year I had a lot less disease pressure. I could feel the soil, and especially the leaf blades would dry out, not like to a negative standpoint, but it would just dry. It wouldn't be soggy for long periods of time, which during the summer, that's just a breeding ground for disease.
Agreed.
Yo, can I give a big shout out real quick to my man, Motivated Moments? So first off, I mean, that brother doing what he got to do. He contacted me a few months back, was like, yo, B. Davis, man, I know you're moving, over here to Jacksonville. Where you going to be? And I told him, and he was like, man, that's, you were skipping a hop for me and everything. So him and I, we're going to get together. I think I'm a little bit north of where he's at. I think he's a little south of me, but I mean, he's in the comments here. He holding it down. He's showing love and everything. answering questions, writing back, man. We gonna get together, him and I, to make this happen, man. So show you guys some of that warm season grass, all in the mix.
Oh man, I do second that shout out because I've been rocking with him in my comments and everything on my videos. Yeah, real dope. Yeah, I rock with him. Second that shout out.
Here we go. Got to double down on motivated moments.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm be honest, I've never seen you in my comments, so I'm feeling some type of
I've seen him around.
Motivated represent, man.
Yeah. It's all love. It's all love.
All right. So let's I think we can pause for the cause and do the giveaway. I think we have quite a few people that entered. So let's do that. All right, guys, here we go. Let's go to the screen. Go ahead and close this motivated moments thing out here. And it's small, but I'm going to go ahead and spin this thing. John Rob Will is the winner. And my apologies. I totally forgot to say what the prize was. It is that was for a bag of Higher Bricks fertilizer and their soil amendment bag as well. So
my man,
hit the jackpot.
I was actually just talking to I was just actually talking to him. He just did a renovation, I believe, and we were just talking about fertilizers. So he's definitely going to be able to use that. Lawn looks good too. His lawn looks good.
Nice. So John Rob Will, I'm going to say John Rob here. Go ahead and email us. Be sure to tell us what you won and give us your shipping information, and we'll get that out to you.
Congrats, bro. Congrats. I know you're gonna be able to use that. We was just talking about that too.
Yep. And all right, so we don't have any more guests to bring on. So I mean, let's, if you guys out there in the audience have any questions that you want answered, go ahead and pop them in there for us. We'll get to you as well.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask the guests, as far as your plans for next year, what's something that you feel like you want to do differently? Any new products you want to try? Anything different you want to do this year or next season coming up with the lawn?
For me, I'm seeing last year I've seen a lot of crabgrass, and I want to try to prevent that. So maybe doing a pre-emergent earlier. Not sure what type, but some type of pre-emergent, because crabgrass was running rampant in my backyard this year.
Yep, them preems are critical, especially if you've already seen that you have some crabgrass out there. That preem is going to be critical.
Did you put down any pre-emergent now?
Yeah,
I did. I put granulars down now for like the winter weeds, and then I was told to do it like, I think it was like April or something like that for crabgrass. I should ask the professionals or the experts. When should I put down the second pre-emergent?
We're not experts. Let's
okay. Knowledgeable.
We just regular people trying to help other regular people. That's it. but what was your question? I'm sorry. All I heard was experts. I was like, nah.
Okay. So when should I put down the second pre-emergent for the crabgrass?
I'm thinking April is probably right for you. When you're warming up, I would. Have you only done one application, or have you done split applications?
Just one.
I would play with the split applications, just because everything doesn't germinate at the same time. Things may or may not get washed out. I've had better success doing split applications myself. But we only got a handful of warm season people in here, or people with that experience. I'd argue that Polo is a warm season guy too, because so he has to see it in his neighborhood so much. But I would say play with the split application. That's all I got on it.
Derby week is a good indication when you can put it down. We normally will do it Derby week the first week in May. So into April, first week in May, that's when you can do your other application.
So and another way to look at that also is from a soil temp standpoint. So you want to look at as soil temps start to cross that 50, 55 degree mark. Once you start to approach that soil temperature, that's when you want to be looking at making sure you're getting your pre-emergent down. Right. If you don't want to judge it from a calendar standpoint. And there's a website out there, greencast.com.
Online. It's Greencast.
Right. Yeah.
You can set up
all the alerts and stuff, and it'll give you a notification of like when your average area is going to start is approaching those soil temps.
Okay.
And if you don't want to go like online or whatnot, which is something that I do, Walmart, get yourself one of the little thermostats, or whatnot, over there, like in the chicken aisle and everything. Take it, boom, stick it in the dirt, read the temp and everything. And just like Cam said, when I get 50, 55, then okay, hey, go ahead and put out that post-emergent, pre-emergent, clean it off real good, stick it in the kitchen. Your wife won't find out at all.
Except for like just now.
He didn't even say wash it off. He said wipe it off and put it back in the kitchen.
Be ready for Thanksgiving.
Be ready for Thanksgiving.
I know that turkey had a little more seasoning this year. All them bio-nutrients, baby.
Feel like you put a little bit more earthy herbs in there,
Yeah.
Boy, I'll be seeing you something there, Turf.
What about
I said, don't worry, I'll be sending you some turkey over that way real soon.
There we go. Yeah.
Let me go.
Don't get locked up, man. Don't get locked up.
So what about you, Scott and Vito? Y'all got anything coming up for the season?
Just get that pole away from me.
Yeah, man. I would look into smuggling Pilex. I didn't say that. A new, and then maybe a claim. PJ says she stumbled across an article that looks like a claim. I know a claim is good for a lot of grassy weeds. That I know. So maybe it's the more friendly version of Pilex. I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of experience with it, and I haven't seen the article that she's referencing, but take a look at Acclaim. Maybe she can share that article with you. Y'all can do a deep dive on there. And then maybe an Acclaim combined with a new might work for you. You got something that stunts it out, and then you come behind it with an Acclaim that finishes it off. Who knows?
Okay.
But that POA, it's so far in the lawn that I am inheriting right now, as it stands, I see 0 POA.
That's good.
And that's good. I see a lot of like
drum roll.
I'm gonna have to level. So we have no idea where this goes. But as of now, I don't see that issue. And to be honest, I doubt I could even get Pilex in Germany, but we'll see. I got so much to learn in a very short period of time. So we'll figure we're gonna be figuring it out together. My videos are gonna be a very different vibe. I'm just letting you know this. There's gonna be a lot of like there's a point to the video, but I'm just taking you along with the journey in Germany, and it's going to feel very vlogish, but yet still informative. I hope you guys like it. It is what it is. I got what I got. So
if you're not doing your videos in German, I don't want to watch it.
Oh, we ain't gonna watch them. We can just let you know that right now. I'll put the German subtitles down there for you. Nah, it already takes me about 8 hours to edit a 6-minute video, man. that's gonna be like a 40-hour edit trying to speak German. You know, I'm over here. I got translate up. Nah, we're not doing that. Each bond was die Stadt. No,
See, you already got it. See,
Yeah.
you already got it.
I got like
he just about there. He just about there.
Nah, I know survival German, like my man Cam says. I know enough to make me survive. I can get from point A to B. I can find the bathroom. I can find the train station. I can order a beer. That's it. Survival German. That's all I got.
Covered. Got it covered.
So I have a question.
Gotcha.
So I like my simple lawn solutions, and so I use a granular for usually every 4 to 6 weeks. So I like to throw down my 600 of simple lawns and the 1648. I just want to know how long after putting the granular down can I start spraying the liquids?
I usually do it on top of each other, Vito.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I usually, so for me, when I was spreading, I was using 1111 Pro P. It depends on the fertilizer that you're using.
I use Pro P.
You're using Pro P, so yeah, you can use them at the exact same time. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You throw that granular out, you hit it with the liquid at the same time. You're gonna see that liquid's results within 72 hours. You're gonna see it working. Right when it starts to fall off, that's when the Pro P is really gonna come in there and hold fast for you, which is about 2 weeks later.
Okay.
So you'll get about a 2 weeks visual response to what you're actually seeing from that 600, and then that Pro P, right when that 600 starts to fall off, that Pro P takes over. It carries it the rest of the way. And then if you're paying attention to it and you get your timing down right, then you come back with the same thing. That's why when I was showing it the most earlier in the season, you always saw me go out with a granular and a liquid at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. So on the lawn training had asked a question. I do know that obviously B Davis, you have a YouTube channel. Do any of you other guys and gals have a YouTube channel? James, do you have one?
He's still muted.
All right, there you go. You good? I think you're unmuted now. Nope.
No, you still muted, James.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Got you now.
Yeah, I have one, but I haven't loaded any videos up to it yet.
Okay, I'll be sure to put the IG usernames in the description of this video once we're done, so you guys can check there for their information.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's see. We got anything else in the chat happening here? Talking about the German. Okay, thanks. We're good. So I think we're good. We do have one more giveaway. We need a good question though. Did any of the guests have a good question that we can ask for this last giveaway?
Who won the last stripe off?
We're not going to go with that.
Not going there. Not going there.
No.
Scott, no. We're not going down that path at all today. Hashtag turf cheated.
That's right.
Hey, on the line training said it right off top. He said it right off top.
You got one for Polo, one for turf.
Yeah. So I see on lawn training is disqualified indefinitely. There we go. When is the stripe challenge? Well, hey, how you doing, Auntie Linda? My Aunt Linda's in the building. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh man, good to see you. That was happy to see you. When is the next stripe challenge? We actually don't know. The next one will probably be in the spring. Thank goodness my lawn won't be in the good shape, so somebody else can get a chance to win, and we can say they cheated. But the one that you really want to get in on is the one next fall, because that's the one I'll be competing in, retaining my throne. Because I'm going to win. I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to win. Go ahead and double down on me, and I'm going to win. So, yeah.
Are you going to tell us what grass you got going on over there?
Nope, I ain't telling you nothing until it's ready.
Look, you
tuned in.
y'all need to go and watch the last video that I put up that has Cam and myself.
No one cares about you not being ready.
Go.
You didn't understand the assignment. I understood the assignment, Polo. You didn't understand it, and that's your fault.
It don't have anything to do with not being ready. Go check out that last video. Go to Polo Fields Lawn Service. Check out that last video and join the mode with elevated landscapes. And Cam says it. I didn't say anything. I didn't put any bourbon in his hand. I didn't get him drunk. I didn't do nothing. I asked him, how does it look? How does it look? He said that on his own. On his own, y'all. Y'all go check it out. Go check it out.
I heard it.
I heard it. I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Go check it out. But you know what, Turf? We're going to give you some time to be able to get your Behehe, St. Augustine, short, tall, fescue grass, whatever you got going on over there. We're gonna give you some time to get it together. We're gonna give you some time to get it together.
You're not ready, man.
We're gonna give you some time to get it together. You know,
you ain't ready.
You know,
Don't do that.
Me and Cam, you know what? Me and Cam just may fly on over there and help you out a little bit. We may help you out just a little bit.
He gonna need some help because he can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself. He needs some help. He needs some help.
My goodness.
Grass over there.
Thank goodness I came with the vest on tonight. My God.
But you know what? We don't know. We'll announce that, you know, whenever we get time around it. Of course, we would love for Turf to be able to be in it. You know, we don't want to win it and just we don't want to discount him out of that or whatever. But we do invite you, B. Davis. Yes, we do invite you, Scott, Vito, CR, James. We invite all of you all, regardless if you have cool season, warm season, regardless if you're real mowing that TTS, what Cam was about to start doing and what Scott may start doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We're going to invite everyone in. Everyone, because we invited everyone last time, but B. Davis chickened out. Mm-hmm. We invited everyone last time.
CR and James, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't get in it. Bermuda grass is beautiful. It's beautiful. But when it comes to striping, grass, tall fescue is probably the top dog. Right, tall fescue and ryegrass is really where it's at when it comes to striping. Reason, and here we go. See, now I'm about to talk.
We got your violin. Let's bring out the violin for YouTube.
Now they about to cut me off, James and CR, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Reason is because you ain't got to do much to get them stripes in that tall fescue. You just put a mower over it and it's going to lay on down. That's exactly what it's going to do. Us Bermuda and down here, we got to work at it to get
All I'm saying is the long tooth stripe just fine. I seen Jordan and Aaron, you know, they stripe just fine.
Now I have to say, I have Bermuda and a picture, PJ, that you had. It was striping.
Hey, there we go. See,
now, yeah. Look at it. It took me a long time, but it was striping.
Yeah, okay. Bermuda will for sure.
B. Davis, let me say this.
You let that Bermuda grow and you let that tall fescue grow for the same time in, like, let's say 2 months. Y'all both just let tall fescue and Bermuda grow. And you go out and say, all right, cut it and see where the stripes are at. That tall fescue going to just lay on down. No problem. So, Bermuda, we got to work at it. It's like, all right, let's put some elbow grease in this, you know? But
that's the
common. Hey, you might as well go get you a steamroller.
You know what?
You'd be better off.
That's a common misconception. If you watch the video that I did, I'm still in love. That video with me and Cam. One thing that I clipped up out of that video, just because it didn't flow right, didn't fit the. Listen, y'all see me. I've been striping with a Toro striper forever. That's what I've been using, the Toro stripe kit. And then Cam bought that big leads. And let me tell you something. That big league with the Toro stripe kit, I used to have to. It take me 2 or 3 cuts to get it to where I was posting it on Instagram. Cam brought that big leads. I made one pass, and I was like, "This is like 2 cuts that I would have had to do to achieve this." So to be honest, if anyone's cheating, it's Cam. Hashtag Cam cheated. That's all.
B. Davis, let me say something. Let me say something really quick, B. Davis. Don't give any excuses. B. Davis, don't get any excuses for warm fever grasses. I've got a video that says it's tall fescue and Bermuda in the same lawn. That lawn is majority Bermuda grass. Now, if you go look at that lawn, you go look at that video and you look at that lawn is striped up. And when I did that video, that was only on the second cut. That was only on the second cut. So I want you to go look at that. I don't want any excuses, sir. No excuses. None. Go look at that. Go look at that.
I'm telling you, y'all warm season people, just go buy your steamroller.
Listen, all right, so here we go. We can do this stripe off. I mean, if we're gonna put a date on that, how about January? We do this stripe? I'll be good. I mean, everybody was good with January, you know.
So you're gonna have some paint then. You're gonna have some dark green paint and light green paint, huh?
Nah, man. You know, I'm down here in Florida, baby, so we only got one season.
and that's growing.
We can do this stripe off in January, baby. We can do it in December.
Hey, you might not want that December. Hey, because man, I still be green in December.
Yeah, man.
You might not want that problem.
Let's push it to March then. Let's push it to March.
You might not want that smoke.
You don't want that. Hey, B. Davis, you don't want it in March because in the beginning of March, that's when I start cutting. You don't want that. You don't want that now.
All right, let's push it to February.
We stay green all year round.
No,
baby.
I'll be ready in September. No, I'll be ready in August. I'll be ready in August. Because see, look, in Germany, I have cool season grass, but I have a warm season grow zone or grow calendar. It's one big hump. I don't have a double hump camel. I got one big hump, and I only got one chance to get it right, to be honest. So either you're going to see an epic fail or epic success. Regardless, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Yeah.
So if you call in September, you're going to be ready.
August.
Ooh, August.
I'll be ready by my birthday. My birthday is August 28th. I'll be ready by my birthday.
Okay. Stripe challenge in August.
Okay. Nah. We ain't doing it.
Cam, look, we have to give him a chance.
Oh, you don't want to do it in August?
Remember, Cam, he cheated. So we have to give him a chance. And look, in August.
Hey, Cam, you can throw the backyard at us in August. You shaded out.
In August, all of you, CR, James, all of their grasses are going to be money green. They got Bermuda grasses now, so it gives them a chance in August.
They give everybody a chance.
We already know in August our grass is going to be kind of stressed out, but you know what? We still can put it down.
We can do it in July if you want to. What's up? We can do it mid-July if you want to.
Yeah, you might as well keep going up.
Hey, I don't know now. I don't know. Mid-July might not be what you want, bruh. Because I ain't gonna lie, my Jones peaked right about that, right before 4th of July. Okay. Hey man, I be at my peak right about then, boy.
Can we screen record this real quick, please?
Let's do it.
I don't want to hear no more crying.
Come on with it.
Now I don't want to hear no more crying. Okay, here we go.
As of right now, we're going to set it in July, around like July the 4th. Everybody's going to be having.
Hey, I said mid-July. Come on now,
mid-July. Okay,
everybody listen. We expect everybody to participate now.
Mid-July. So Vito,
end of June.
Nah, I ain't gonna be ready.
Vito,
I need mid-July.
CR, James, motivated. Anybody else on the line? Anybody else that is in the chat? Anybody else is watching this in mid-July is when we're going to do it. Hey, B. Davis, we already know your grass is going to be because you have one growing season. We already know you're going to be good. All your season grasses, Bermuda, all your Bermuda grasses, y'all not going to have any excuses because you should be green in mid-July. We're going to go ahead and set it for mid-July. We'll set the date when we get around that time. Everybody tune in. We're going to have some fun with it. Everybody tune in.
It's on.
Hey, all y'all Bermuda people, hey, make sure y'all go ahead and put your reservations in at Sunjoe at the rental place, and so y'all can reach y'all a steamroller, getting them stripes together.
No, forget about stripes. I might do some designs this time.
Oh, there you go.
She said she doing art lawn like my man.
Artwork on my grass. Yes.
Go ahead and team up with my man, Turf Tamer. Yeah, the Turf Tamer. That's my mo bro right there. Go ahead and team up with him. He'll get you right. Come with it, CR. Come with it. We gonna have them saying CR/Turf cheated out here. He taking the crown and the female crown. They're both crowns, aren't they?
Team Polo. Team Polo.
Yeah. You got one.
Hey, man, on the line. I love you, my brother. I love you, man. Because you know what is up, my brother. You ain't even seen the line in person, but you know, my brother. Hey, I love you, man. I love you.
Well, he already told us he got cool season grass over there. He just needs to tell us what type.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know until it's too late.
Let me go ahead and do a quick Google search.
You ain't gonna know until it's too late. You ain't gonna know until it's too late. I'm gonna keep you 2 weeks behind. That way, when I drop it on you, you can be like, "Oh,
let me go ahead and
do
a quick Google search and check. Oh yeah, you off base over there too, man. I can't find
it. Good luck. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right, PJ. I think we got a giveaway or something you trying to work on, huh?
Yeah, and thank you, James. James gave me a good question to ask, and I need the whole panel to watch the chat to see who gets it right first. I'm about to pop it up on the screen.
What
so is it? You guys ready? Here we go.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Currently, like right now, where I'm at.
State is that city?
Now you ain't gotta get down to the city. I think it's fair enough for you
to the roof surf care. To the roof.
They said Virgin. I don't think that's the Virgin Islands.
All right, looks like it's to the roots, right? Am I right?
That's another one of my heavy supporters right there. He actually just started a lawn care business. He actually just came up. That is the new name of his company. And he is also studying right now to become a licensed applicator. So
there you go.
I
Right,
can't remember.
I did it again, guys. So what you won is a We Working t-shirt. So go ahead and send us that email. Tell us what you won, and we'll get that shirt out to you. We're going to need your size and your address.
Yes.
Boom.
Congrats again, brother.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. Where is this? Where do cheaters live?
There we go. Yeah, you see him? He just won't stop, man. Look,
shots fired.
Hey, I can count on the lawn training to come in blasting me at the face. We're gonna see what you got. We're gonna see what you got next season, though. I'm gonna do it in high noon, in the middle of what we went for middle of July. That's right. Yeah, y'all gonna be mad. I'm gonna just let you know. Y'all gonna be mad. You're gonna be big mad. You know, big mad.
All right, we expect a lot of people to enter this time, guys. Not just the We Working team. So
yeah, you know what? If we see at least, let's say, outside of ourselves, if we got 10 people total, you know, we might reach out to some of our companies that we love that support us, and we might make this a real contest. Like outside of bragging rights, we might have some big boy gifts. You know, might. It's a strong might, but it's more than likely possible. We'll have some gifts, some prizes for first, second, third. Well, not first because I'm gonna take first, and there's no need for me to take the prize. we'll have some for like second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth.
That man Turf.
8.5, 9.5, 10. Hey. Just know we're not doing the next one on my channel. We're not gonna do it on my channel. We're gonna go to Polos and we're gonna smash them.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
bring it on over to my channel.
We're gonna go to Polos or Cams, one of the runner-ups. You choose.
Hey, there isn't going to be any cheating on our channels. It doesn't matter if we go to Polos, if we go to Cams, if we go to PJs. It ain't gonna be no cheating. But if we go to Turf channel, just know he gonna have all his guard people in there, and they gonna be in there. Turf.
Hey, listen, y'all want to talk about getting somebody in here? That's who we need to get in. Mozuri, right there.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
What's up, Mozuri?
Yeah, he had that reel, or no, was it a reel or was it TikTok that went viral?
Yeah, man, he big over there on TikTok and everything.
Yeah, I smashed you too, Mozuri. Yeah, come and take this L. Come and take this L, Mozuri. Get in this contest, you're gonna take this L too, just like them. You're gonna be mad, crying, talking about Turf cheated. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, one week before the contest, and turf grass like get burnt out or something,
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
All right, we can't do it, y'all. We gotta push it back, man. We gotta work.
There we go, Patricia Roberts. See, here tonight.
Hey, some holy water just happened to start falling from the sky, literally, on Turf's lawn the week before.
Hey, Patricia, I'm not hating on the Garden family. I'm just saying. Hey. Y'all had 2 and 3 phones in both hands, and that's the only reason why
man. Come on now.
Man, you was doing that Turf. That what was happening?
Look, exactly I didn't even vote for me. I didn't even vote for me. You know who I voted for? I voted for the underdog.
He didn't need to vote for himself. He had the garden community multiplied by 3.
Yeah,
you know every house got at least 3 phones.
My own brother didn't even. My brother didn't even vote for me.
B. Davis, he knew better.
B. Davis.
He the smart one out of the group.
B. Davis, they was voting on iPads, they was voting on TV, they was voting on flip phones, they was doing everything, brother.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for myself. My brother didn't vote for me. Heck, I don't even think my wife voted for me.
Turf. None of us voted for ourselves. So you don't get no pass. You don't get no pass for that. You don't get no pass for that one.
I don't believe you. You lying.
Turf was over there begging people for the vote. He said, "My brother ain't vote for me," so that means he threatened his brother. You better vote for me, bro. My wife ain't vote for me. You better threaten me. What do you think this is? You got 5 seconds. He over there people. That's what was happening. Wilding, man.
Hey, Turf over there was like, "Yo, y'all know what I do for my job, right? Y'all know y'all better vote for me."
Yeah, I keep on talking. I'm gonna slip you some packets for real. See, look, my wife voted for Polo. See that?
See, that's what's up.
But she almost got evicted. She voted for it for creativity.
And
she voted for real stripes. She voted for real stripes.
No. What she almost did was almost had me on wife number 3.
Don't do that. Hey, you got to get in trouble now. You got to get in trouble now.
She in there laughing right now.
You got to get in trouble now, man.
You gonna come in here and vote for Polo after he talked all that trash?
You better get in trouble.
That was funny because Surf was like, "Yo, Polo, I hope you got an extra bedroom because I'm about to send you a guest."
Hey, Turf, go ahead and stay on in there, my brother, because you're gonna be on the couch tonight, man. You stay on in there.
Look, and then my brother. So when I got to his house, when he said, "Come on, 3, come on." Look at you dancing. So my brother, when I went to his house, since he didn't vote for me, I left all my dishes dirty and I ain't rinse them off. I was being petty. I ain't rinsed none of my dishes off. I just left them in the sink dirty.
Oh, man. You're gonna have to hit that couch right behind him, right there next to that little lamp.
You see it?
Yeah.
Nah.
It looks all nice and soft.
Nah, it's a good time, man. Good time, peeps. Thank y'all for coming on with us, man. It was a good night.
Yes.
Yes,
Really
I enjoyed
enjoyed
it.
Definitely was.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
So I think that's one of those. Again, I appreciate all of y'all here on the screen. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. This is one of them years of, I think this is my first year, Polo's first year on YouTube. So definitely for us to have this kind of growth, this kind of support, we appreciate y'all. I think Turf and PJ has been at it a little bit longer on the tubes than we have, but we still all appreciate the love. And again, keep supporting. Season's winding down. Make sure y'all getting them last fertilizations in. Keep them leaves up off your lawns, because I know they falling, because mine are. You done spending too much time and energy on your overseed. Don't leave them leaves down there.
Don't get lazy.
Yeah, now ain't the time to get lazy with them leaves.
Don't get lazy. It ain't over. A lot of people want to throw the towel in because it's getting a little cool. I was mowing up until December last year.
Yeah.
Up until December last year. So don't become complacent. Don't get lazy. If you have to put on a little toboggan or something to get out there and get that cut in, do it. Because you like Cam says, you don't put too much work in. Don't become complacent. Don't get lazy. It's going to pay off in the spring, I promise you.
Yep. And then too, if speaking of the spring, if you got some areas that look a little weak right now, that they just didn't quite come in the way that you want it from your overseed, it's gonna be all right. Like it's gonna thicken up in the spring, and also that's an opportunity to get out there early, toss you some seed down, thicken the area up a little bit if you think it needs some seed. I got some areas that I got to do that too. I know PJ says she's got some areas she's got to touch up in the spring. Heck, even Pete from GCI, he got areas he got to touch up in the spring. So like that just goes to show that overseeds and renovations don't completely go exactly to plan every year, even for us. So we just average people out here trying to get these immaculate lawns together.
All right, guys. So here we go. One thing's for sure.
Two things for certain.
Just know
we working.
Hey.